Censor tonight. First up, our focus turned to black conservatives who support President Trump. This is an issue that's ripped from the pages of Nation.com, an article there. Some have accused President Trump of racism on multiple occasions. Last year, he said black voters are drawn to him because of his criminal indictments and mugshot, a statement some have called racist, while black conservative supporters not speaking out, according to critics, is an issue. Is there any truth to black conservatives being at peace with this so-called racism? Or is this the answer more complex? Joining us to talk about it here on The Factor on Censor tonight, members of the Urban Conservatives of America, Rael Williams, Alexandra Butler, the group's founder, Jonathan McCullough, and former president of NAACP, Brazoria County, Eugene Howard, who's not a member of the group, and you'll soon see. But let's begin with you guys. For those who say there's a lot of racism that you have to stomach as a black conservative supporting President Trump, what would you say to that?
Personally, I would say that I've ignored a lot of racism from the left. When Joe Biden said that black people, or excuse me, he said poor people are just as bright and talented as white people, that's a racist comment. There's types of racism that seem to go ignored and unnoticed by the left and the right, but it's the racism of low expectations that I can't ignore. And so that's why I brought that up first, is because the racism that they want us to overlook is the racism coming from the left.
All right, let's go down the line, sir, Mr. McCullough.
Yes. Well, racism to me is not what someone says, it's what they do. And I think this is what makes us different from the left, because we're not watching, what people is saying, we're watching what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, a leader, a president, a politician, whatever you are, is based on policy. So if you can show me policy that affects or that you can call racism, then I'll agree. But up to this point, I have yet to see anything that he's put into law that affects black people negatively.
Eyes wide shut.
All right. Mr. Williams, Ultra MAGA. What you got?
Ultra MAGA, Ultra MAGA. Trump has been great for black people. If you look at the statistics, black unemployment was at the highest rates when he was in office. You go down and you look at, he just declassified the MLK files. Something Barack Obama didn't do when he was in office.
Of course not.
So I mean, you people are saying he's racist, but he's doing things that presidents that were of color didn't even do.
That's right.
I mean, hold on, wait, let me finish.
It's only been one. Don't say it.
So again, Trump is the man. I support him hands down, because what he's done for black people is literally like you can't compare it to anything.
Right. And before we get to Eugene, let me ask you this question, the crux of that interview, that article. Do you see racism in the conservative movement that you're a part of? Obviously, you've already said you see it everywhere, but do you see it in the organization? Either of you?
Well, here's the thing. How are we defining racism? Once again, I mean, if we're going to define racism and get...
Okay, really, you know what racism is. So just tell me if you have seen it, if you experienced.
I know what racism is, but I can't speak for everybody else.
Well, let me say something.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Alexandra.
So when somebody on the left sees me, a black woman, and just assumes I'm poor or ignorant, or they're like, oh my goodness, you speak so well. They're so shocked about that. Why are they shocked about it? That is racism. I overlook that a lot because I'm saying they don't know any better. That happens to me a lot from people on the left. They think that they're my ally. I need their hand. I need them to come in and save me. And I don't. I need God. I don't need them. They're not my Messiah or my Savior. So Malcolm X said it best. The liberal is the enemy of the black man. And we can see it right clearly before our eyes. They look at us like we're scum. They look at us like we're poor. And black people are falling for the okie doke, and they're saying, oh, the white man is better than us. He's supreme over us. That's what white supremacy is. Right. I don't believe anybody is superior over me. I don't live my life that way. So I just live according to freedom and liberty.
All right, let's hear from Eugene.